We find ourselves in a pretty long-term bear market right now. It's been ongoing for about 18 months, and the result has been lower and lower prices for that amount of time. But of course, it's also an opportunity because investors with new money, a little bit of dry powder, get a fresh start. And that means they can find projects that yield 10 times returns or more, and all at a pretty steep discount compared to 18 months ago. Now, we have seen a slight recovery in the market so far, and most projects offer a pretty good entry point if you plan to hold until 2025. And that's the timeline that we're considering right now. So 2024, maybe 2025, most likely are going to be bullish years for crypto. And I'll tell you why. There are a few reasons here. Number one, the next Bitcoin halving is going to take place in 2024. As you probably know, this will decrease the supply and increase the demand for BTC, and therefore increase the general value of the crypto market. The second big reason is that the Federal Reserve may well soften its monetary policies, and this will stimulate risk-on assets such as cryptocurrencies. And the third reason is the fact that CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, are gaining in popularity, whether you like that or not. But we are most likely going to see more countries adopt CBDCs, and this can further legitimize cryptocurrencies by extension. Now, CBDCs themselves, as we've discussed countless times, are not decentralized, but they still rely on cryptography, and so it's a related topic. And then increased demand for digital assets will follow as well, which could result in better regulatory support for the crypto market, the traditional crypto market. Okay, so having said that, with all these variables in mind, we've scouted 3 top projects that you're definitely going to want to hold on to until at least 2025. Welcome guys to the channel. My name is Maddie. This is Altcoin Buzz. I genuinely wish you the best of luck if you choose to invest in these 3 projects that we're discussing today. But I am not a financial or investment advisor, and this video is not official financial or investment advice. Okay, starting at the top of this list, and look, even though we love altcoins in this space and on this channel, it's simply the fact that a lot is happening right now in the Bitcoin community, and therefore BTC remains one of the top cryptos to buy this year. And speaking without bias, Bitcoin really controls the temperature of the crypto market. So this means that the market flows in the direction of BTC's price. And we've seen the value of Bitcoin surge over the last decade. And by now, some countries have even recognized Bitcoin as official currency. Plus, we've also seen an increase in institutional adoption of Bitcoin. Michael Saylor may have started the trend, but the fact is that right now, large corporations and hedge funds have jumped enthusiastically onto the Bitcoin bandwagon. It's not just a play that MicroStrategy is employing anymore. It's really gaining in popularity. Another major factor that can't be overlooked is the Bitcoin halving, and that's coming pretty soon. This will, of course, affect the price of BTC. And Bitcoin halving events happen every 210,000 blocks, and this happens about every 4 years or so. So the next halving event will be the 4th, and will most likely happen around the 4th of May, 2024, so just over a year from now. And that's when Bitcoin is going to reach 840,000 blocks. And don't forget that Bitcoin's use cases include payments and a store of value. And this is one of the reasons why BTC is a long-term bet. Bitcoin has the largest market cap, I don't have to tell you that, but it's also accepted for payment online and offline. A lot of people also see Bitcoin as a safe haven from the banking crisis, which is really happening now, not only in Europe, but arguably in North America as well. So both demand and price are bound to increase in conjunction with that halving variable in the context of what I just described. And generally, cryptocurrencies, yes, are volatile. So sticking to the first and the most valuable, really the big mama of all cryptocurrencies, that makes sense if you're patient, if you're holding for the long term, at least until 2025. So Bitcoin is our first choice. Next up on our list is Polygon. And this is a pretty popular choice among developers especially, and that's because of its speed and its very inexpensive fees. Polygon can process up to 65,000 transactions per second on a single sidechain. And Polygon's popularity among developers gives it massive long-term potential. Polygon has a technology-first approach that could do very well in a bull market, and as a result, it's not unreasonable to expect this project to grow tenfold by 2025. Polygon is the layer 2 to consider for people interested in pure technology, because Polygon's focus on interoperability is a huge reason to invest in it. Polygon works to improve interoperability between Ethereum-compatible blockchains, and it does this by supporting all kinds of different scaling solutions such as MATIC Plasma, ZK rollups, optimistic rollups, and Validum chains. Don't forget that ZK-EVM right now is the holy grail of infrastructure, and Polygon recently launched ZK-EVM, its breakthrough infrastructure. And this launch is one of the big reasons for the recent growth of Polygon and the MATIC token. And developers can leverage Ethereum's effects thanks to this launch. So this is pretty massive. The last token on our list here today may come as a little bit of a surprise, but the price of Cosmos can be very volatile. The price of Atom, perhaps I should say, but that's the case for all cryptocurrencies. And Cosmos, as an ecosystem, as a project, has a lot of great long-term potential. So since its launch, Cosmos, whose token Atom, ATOM, they've performed very well. In January 2022, Atom hit its all-time high of $44. And yes, from there, things unfortunately went downhill. But Atom has generated a 170% ROI return on investment since June of 2022 at its bear market low. That's a lot better than other cryptocurrencies during the same time frame. And Cosmos is the current leader in Layer 0 protocols. These are protocols that let you build your own interoperable blockchain. And new chains are coming online on Cosmos pretty much every week. And Atom is a great long-term hold, if nothing else, because of increasing demand for IBC, which stands for Inter-Blockchain Communication Protocol. IBC, in a nutshell, is a way to send information between different blockchain networks. And cross-chain communication is a big problem in blockchain, but IBC helps to address this. The primary IBC users are in Cosmos, and several projects have shown interest in exploring IBC. So more projects will integrate with Cosmos, and therefore, as we see it, the value of Atom will surely increase. Replicated security is a second big reason to be excited about Cosmos and Atom. So this is the first version of Cosmos's Interchain Security, ICS feature. It's going to allow blockchains to share validation resources for improved security. And the new implementation will allow other chains to enjoy liquidity in Cosmos. The anticipated launch of native USDC on Cosmos is going to improve liquidity on Cosmos, which means no more reliance on bridges or wrapped versions. Thus, for a few different reasons here, all of which are positive, Atom does very much have the potential to increase in value in the coming years, perhaps exponentially so.